All right, ladies and gentlemen, we end this show and this week, very busy week, with perhaps the most disgusting thing I've seen in a long time. This is Don Lemon of CNN on CNN last night before the Dallas shootings, okay? He was talking about the Louisiana shooting mostly and the Minnesota shooting, and here's how he started it all.
I'm from Baton Rouge. I know most of the players involved, and if I don't know them, they're connected to my family. So I know that this man had a criminal record, again, whatever. But if you look at what happened, you know that police officers are trained to de-escalate situations. And as I'm speaking to people who are high up in law enforcement in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they are saying that it looks bad for the officers. The officers appear, at this point, unless something else comes out, to have acted too aggressively, and the language that they use with this man, you're dead, and possibly using other racial language, at this point, unless something else comes out, those officers are in big trouble.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he may be right, the officers may be in trouble, but to say that officers are trained to handle these situations, when you approach a suspect, as they apparently did, a suspect that you were told by the 911 call had a gun, was threatening people with a gun, and then he doesn't go down, he doesn't let you arrest him, he fights with you, you use a stun gun, it doesn't work, and you take him down, and then if he was reaching into his pocket because they might have felt a gun, if he was trying to get that gun with the free hand, or he did try to pull the gun up, or he had his hand in his pocket and the officer felt there was a gun, one of them yelled gun, they may have every right to have done what they did. So for Don Lemon to sit there in judgment and say they're trained to handle situations like this, please, and he knows all the players in the episode, and if not, then his family knows them all. Oh, you're so wonderful, Don. Let me skip ahead to cut 16. You may not believe what you're going to hear, but this arrogant, pompous man, and I'm biting my tongue, okay? I'm trying. This was hours before the shootings in Dallas. This man lamented the fact that as a successful black man who's on TV, he had to be polite to police. That's right. It's a burden for him. He shouldn't have to be polite to police. Watch.
I am one who always says that you should comply with police officers, especially as a man of color.
That's
when I'm stopped by a police officer,
I tell my kids the same
officer,
thing.
Why are you stopping me? Yes, officer, or whatever. Now, I'm an American. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to be yes-sirring anybody, right? I'm a grown, you-know-what man.
You don't have to say sir, but if he's giving you the...
Yeah, but I do it because I want to stay alive. That's why I do it. I shouldn't have to. Now, my friends, my white counterparts, don't do that. They speak to police officers in a way that I would never
I speak to them just like you do.
Years do. And that is the reality of it. I have to do that because I want to stay alive.
I don't know where to start or what to say. He's a grown, you-know-what man. I don't know what that means. Black? Gay? I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know what that means. A grown you-know-what man. What does that mean? And he's polite to police because he wants to stay alive. He shouldn't have to be polite to police. Really? I'm polite to police. I taught my son to be polite to police because they deserve that respect. You shouldn't have to be? What world are you living in, sir? Oh, he wasn't finished. There's more.
As accomplished as I am, and a man of color on television who are recognizable to many people, I have to do that because I don't want to be shot and I don't want to be killed. And I am someone who is never in trouble. The only time I'm ever stopped is for something stupid, riding a skateboard on the sidewalk. That's the kind of crap I'm stopped for, not for anything else. Okay, and when that happens, yes, officer, how may I help you?
Oh, you know, poor Don. Don, you have it so rough in this racist America of ours. You admit that you ride the skateboard on the sidewalk, which you shouldn't, and I don't know how many times you would do it. If the cops have stopped you even once, you would figure you wouldn't do it again. You're so afraid of cops, you're so afraid of dying at the hands of cops, that once you rode a skateboard on the sidewalk, you think you would stop. But no, you make it sound like it's happened over and over, and you're looking for this confrontation with the police, apparently. But that aside, that a black man who's so successful and recognizable, and I'm on TV, and you have to be nice and polite to the cops? Well, we really do need change in this country, Don. We really do. This is about the sickest thing I've ever heard anyone say. Could you imagine this? Wow. Wow. Poor Don Lemon. He really has it rough. Has to be polite to police. And then this guy, this civil rights attorney, Charles Coleman Jr., says that even being polite to police, that doesn't help black people. Watch.
This notion that compliance and respectability save someone's life in an encounter of police is not the reality for black men in this country. That is a problem.
But I still say, and I know people will get upset, if an officer stops you, you do what he says.
There's no disagreement there.
And you do it.
But I think
you shouldn't have to, but in this environment, to stay alive, you should do that.
You shouldn't have to, Don Lemon added. I still say if a cop stops you, but you shouldn't have to. Really, Don? How would you like people to treat police, Don, in your perfect world? As a successful black man who's recognizable and is on TV, how would you like to be able to treat cops, Mr. Lemon? Disgusting, folks. Just disgusting and awful and disgraceful. I've never seen anything like it, because he really believes what he's saying. Have a great weekend. Pray for the police. Pray for Dallas. Pray for America on the Steve Malzberg Show.